Hey everybody, welcome back to Fixed-ish. Here's our 2015 Nissan Murano Platinum. And this vehicle is getting ready to go from Iowa to Texas. But before that trip, I want to make sure that CVT transmission is good to go. We got about 155,000 miles on it. So I want to go ahead and make sure I get that fluid flush and fill done. We're going to slightly go over that. There's also a code for active shutter. Now, even though it's coded, it is shutter open, which is okay. It's okay. Nothing wrong with that, other than you have a check engine light that you can't get rid of. So if we have enough time, we're going to dive into that, and then windshield wipers. And I'll start this video out with, if you like this kind of content, make sure you like and subscribe, and go ahead and comment down below. Share this. I've got all kinds of other content besides car stuff. I've got my mini excavator, my work stuff such as forklifts, and anything else I get into, hence the Fixed-ish. I even get into my house project. So check out some of those other videos. But here we go on the Murano. So one of the reasons why I'm out here doing this in the rocks today is because I have the excavator in the barn and I don't feel like moving it. I'm going to go ahead and use my airbag jack. These are from Vever or Vever, however you say it. I like these things. They have a very specific use. They work pretty decent on cars. Best thing is it's super lightweight. Beats the hell out of lugging a jack around. And I mean, if you can get these things to work the way that you want them to, I mean, they're slick as whale snot, dude. Like, these are awesome. So if you have a situation where you can use these, I recommend them. They're pretty cheap. They're lightweight. They're not for everything, but as you can see, they do kind of wobble around. So be very careful if you have not a super stable point you're lifting from, and try not to lift the entire vehicle with this because it can kind of shift off to the side. I've had that happen, but today this should work just fine. We're getting in the air just enough to use some jack stands. So normally I don't get all weirded out by fluids. This is a CVT NS-3 specification. Now, I did look around a little bit. They do have some NS-3 specifications. However, I did find a couple specific manufacturers that, even though they say they're an NS-3 equivalent, when you go read through it, it doesn't say anything about being NS-3 quality. And this stuff's expensive. It is $30, $27 a quart. Not the most expensive fluid in the world. And I'll be like the rest of you guys and complain, like, why is it so expensive? It is a highly modified synthetic fluid. It's not just, refining crude and throwing it in there. There's a lot of science behind this. CVTs are complex. They have higher pressures in them, more friction, This is a very sciencey fluid, and that's what you're paying for. So even though it's expensive, expect it. And I've seen a lot of people with horror stories about using not OEM fluid. Figure it's not worth the heartache. $100 extra worth of fluid, or a $3,000 transmission. I'll go with this every time. So anyways, let's get started. All right, let's take our first look here. As you'll see, I started dropping down my plastic, and you only need to drop down a part of it to gain access to that drain plug right there. So we'll go ahead and take our pan, place it right there, and now we're gonna go ahead and start the draining process. Alrighty, so we got this broke loose. We're gonna start draining this gross looking fluid. It usually looks black. That's okay. It's pretty normal. You just don't want to find chunks and materials and stuff like that in it. So my pan is very clean to start with. And when I go to drain this out, I'll take a look through it and see if there's anything worth noting. So then this, I can also start to tell approximately how much fluid I'm draining out. Hopefully 4-ish quarts, I think is what they say, comes out on this version. If you choose to do the filters, this is the cartridge filter right here. You can take all these pan bolts off, and they're 10 millimeter, it looks like, and that'll get you access to your suction filter. I am just doing the drain and fill. And when the girls get back from their concert in Texas, I will go ahead and do a drain and fill, this time with filters. The reason why I'm going to do it that way is because when you drain this way, you actually are not draining the entire contents of the fluid. You're only replacing about half, maybe a little under half of what the full fill is. Right here, my mic cut out, but the only way to totally replace the fluid is via dilution. From what I understand and read, that it takes about 3 changes to get it diluted enough to where it's like new fluid. So instead of incurring all that cost at once, I go ahead and change the fluid every about 30,000 miles. Alrighty, as you can see, the lighting's changing. I went in and had some dinner while this was draining. Now we're gonna go ahead and finish this up. I got the drain plug back in, and now we're gonna go ahead and do the fill, and then I'll show you the procedure for checking to make sure that you're full. Join us as we put in the genuine Nissan CVT NS-3 fluid. I know why this fluid's so expensive, because it's blue. Even the bottles feel expensive to hold. Look at that pretty blue. Alrighty, so we got our 4 quarts in. We're gonna go ahead and start this up. I believe my wheels are high enough in the air that I'll be able to put it in gear and get up to an operating temperature, and we'll be able to put it in each gear: park, reverse, neutral, drive, and then the various gears of drive that'll let you. And then we will check to see if we are full. I'll show you the leveling procedure and the correct drip, and that way we know if we're full or not. Alrighty, let's go ahead and fire up the car. And then we're gonna go ahead, then we're gonna go ahead and put it into each one of the gears, and we're gonna allow this to come up to a full operating temperature. All right, so supposedly this is mission critical, but I have the car in the air. However, it's even ride height. And the part I don't understand, I really don't think it matters that much, is they want you to put a level on the transmission. Now I'm level ride height, but you're telling me I need to drop the nose several inches to make that work right? I don't think so. All right, so when it comes to what I took out, I drained it back into my bottles. Now some of them are slightly over full, and that one is quarter. I did spill a little bit on the ground because I wasn't trying to be super careful. So I would say that I took out every bit of 4-ish quarts. So I put it in 4 quarts and it dribbled out the way that it did. I would say I am perfectly fine. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and just see what happens. We're gonna take loose that bolt right there. This part of the procedure is done with engine running. So let's see if I'm over full. supposedly that is the correct drip and I am at temperature. So from here, put the car back on the ground and you are done. So now let's move on to that active shutter fault. All right, so I'm suspecting the shutter actuator wire harness because it wasn't like routed the best. Looked like maybe it's slightly pinched down in there because it was actually routed not right there, but underneath, like right in there. So maybe it is pinched. So I'm gonna tug on these wires and see if I got a broke wire or pinched wire. Give her the old tug test. Now these aren't thick wires, so don't pull crazy hard, but about a 20-pound test. If it breaks, then it's already broken. Okay, those all seem all right. That all looks okay. I'm gonna take the tip of this off, take a look and see if it's corroded in there. I'm not gonna spend too much time diagnosing this. Like I said, the family's going out on a vacation. They're leaving in the morning. So I just wanted to take a look and see what was going on, see if it was something super obvious. And because it failed in a position that's okay, I will look at it when they get back. All right, so I sprayed some electronics cleaner in there, and then we're gonna try to plug it back in, and then we're gonna clear the code and see. We did the tug test on this, and nothing broke. So I'm gonna kind of put this back together, tape it back up, then we'll see what happens. Alrighty, so I know I just got over complaining on how expensive the CVT fluid is, but windshield wipers, it's not that high a technology. What in the world is so pricey about windshield wipers? I don't get it. They're so expensive and I don't understand why. Went ahead and got the Rain-X. It's 26-inch on driver's side. Passenger side's got an 18. Not horribly hard to put these in. Just gotta make sure you have the right clicker doodad in there, which I think this is. Yep, there we go. Get this other side. And then I'm gonna clean the windshield and treat it with a water repellent before I get all nutty with putting these back on there, because I don't want to drag dirt against these nice new wiper edges. It's a good way to ruin a brand new blade. I put the Rain-X Precision Clear, decent price. They should do okay. Clean the glass with the spray away glass cleaner. No ammonia, it still cleans really good. I do like it. It doesn't streak. And then product I like to use after I clean the glass, and it seems to make it water repellent for quite a while. It's the Turtle Wax Hybrid Solutions ceramic spray coating. Super easy to use. Shake it up, spray it on, wipe it around with a damp cloth, with this cloth. Wipe it around, let it sit for a few minutes. Clean cloth, wipe it away. As easy as can be, and it works extremely well. Alrighty, and as far as the actuator door for the active shutter grill, I pulled the connector off. It was a bit dirty. I cleaned it out, looked at the connectors, they look clean, plugged it back in, cleared the code. It came back almost immediately. So there's probably something wrong with it. We're gonna deal with it when the girls get back from their concert. That's all for me, and we'll see you guys next time on Fixed-ish.